Hello and Assalamualaikum. We are from Group 2. So today we are going to discuss business support systems and can how they can help SMEs. We have 5 questions to discuss, so let's just go through them one by one. Okay. For the first question, why do you guys think business support systems are important for SMEs?
Well, for me, I think they're important because we're starting a new business, and starting a new business is not easy, especially for us who are new entrepreneurs. So they might have a good they or we might have a good business ideas, but they may not have enough money, knowledge, or experience to actually make the business work.
Yeah, I agree with that. Something having a good idea is not enough. For example, someone might want to start a small online clothing business, but they do not how to manage their finances or promote their products.
Exactly. That's where business support comes in. They can get training, advice, or even financial assistance. So instead of trying to figure everything out by themselves, they can have people or organizations that can guide them.
And I think it's also important for the growth of a business, not just when they are starting. Once the business is running, they still need support to compete with other businesses and adapt to changes.
Yeah, especially nowadays because technology and customers' preferences change really quickly. And if SMEs don't adapt, they might lose customer. So business support can help them stay competitive, and I think it can stay sustainable as well. Uh, and Dalia, your mic is not open. It's okay. It's
Sorry.
okay. Just continue.
Okay, so basically, um, we can say business support systems help SMEs from the beginning until the business becomes more stable and successful, right? Okay, and moving
Yes.
on to next question. Okay, what are the different forms of business support available to entrepreneur?
I think I will start first. So the first one that comes to my mind about the financial support, entrepreneurs can get things like loans, grants, or other funding to start or expand their business.
I agree with Anis Fazana. Financial support is probably one of the most obvious one, but I think not not just that. Maybe training is also really important because entrepreneurs can attend workshops or courses to learn about management, accounting, marketing, and other business skills for their companies.
Yeah, I agree. So there's also advisory support. For example, if an entrepreneur doesn't know how to prepare a business plan, they can get advice from someone with the experience.
What about marketing support? I think that's really useful for small businesses because not everyone knows how to promote their products efficiently. Sorry,
Mm.
effectively.
All right. I think that's true. For example, a small food business might have a really good product, but if they don't know how to use social media or create, effective advertisements, people might not even know that the business exists.
Yeah, and there's also technical support and infrastructure support. Maybe some business need equipment, technology, or a proper place to operate.
So there are actually quite a few sum of support: financial, training, advisory, marketing, technical, and infrastructure support. And I think the most important thing is that they support different needs of a business.
Yes, exactly. One business might need the funding, while another might need marketing or technical assistance.
Mm.
That's quite right, I guess. Okay, now let's moving on to the next question, which is infrastructure and incubation support. How can they help new entrepreneurs?
Um, I think business uh, incubators are especially helpful for new entrepreneurs because they provide a supportive environment. They can provide things like, let's just say, office space, training, uh, mentoring, and networking opportunities.
I think yeah, it's kind of like having someone guide you when you were just starting instead of doing everything alone, right?
Exactly, I agree with Firdaus. For example, if I start a technology business and I don't know how to develop my own business plan, an incubator would connect me with mentors who already have experience in that area. What
All
about you,
right,
Anis?
yes.
Oh, for me, maybe the technology parks are useful for business that depend on technology and innovation. Maybe they can provide access to research facility, technology, and other companies.
They can also help entrepreneurs make connections, right? Like they might meet investors, researchers, or other business owners.
Yes, exactly. Networking is important because sometimes entrepreneurs can find business partners or even new customers through those connections.
And another advantage is cost. New businesses usually don't have a lot of money, so having access to shared facilities and equipment can, let's say, reduce their expenses.
Okay, so basically, incubators and technology parks give entrepreneurs a place to develop their ideas while providing facilities, knowledge, mentoring, and networking, right?
Yeah, I agree, and I think that can increase the chances of surviving during the early stages of businesses.
Okay, next, let's move on to the financial support. Why is financial support so important for entrepreneurs and SMEs?
Well, without money, it's obviously difficult to run a business. Entrepreneurs need capital to buy a lot of things like equipment, materials, run the place, pay workers, and also advertise their products.
Yeah, I agree. And I think cash flow is another important issue. So even if a business is making sales, they might still have problem if they don't have enough cash available at the right time.
So, Jen, could you give us an example?
For example, imagine a business has a customers who only pay after 30 days, and the business still needs money to pay its employees and the suppliers during those 30 days. So the financial support can help them manage the situation.
I think I agree with Jang. So, without enough funding, businesses might also miss opportunities. For example, they might want to expand or buy better equipment, but they can't afford it.
Yeah, but I think entrepreneurs also need to be careful with financial support. If they take a loan, that they need to make sure that can actually repay it.
Exactly. Financial support can help a business, but poor financial management can create more problems, I think.
Okay, so in conclusion, financial support is important for starting, operating, and expanding business. But entrepreneurs need to manage the money properly and have a clear plan, right? Okay, so let's move on to the last question. How can training, marketing assistance, technical assistance, R&D facilities, and advisory um, services improve the capability and competitiveness of SMEs?
Okay, so for me, I think training is one of the easiest examples. It helps entrepreneurs and employees develop new skills. For example, They can learn digital marketing, financial management, or leadership skills.
Yes, I agree with you, especially about digital marketing. Nowadays, small businesses really need social media to reach customers.
That's definitely right, Woody. So it's because marketing assistant can help business understand who the customers are, and how to promote their products to them.
Yeah, and technical assistance is also very important. So it's especially for a business that use complicated technology or machinery, the experts can help them solve the technical problems and improve the production process.
And what about R&D? I think that's important for innovation because businesses need to keep improving their products.
Yes, R&D facility can help SMEs develop new products or improve existing one. For example, a food company could use R&D facilities to develop a healthier version of an existing product.
That's a good example actually, and advisory services can help entrepreneurs make better decisions because they can get professional opinions before taking important steps.
So all these supports basically help SMEs become better at what they do. They can improve their skills, products, technologies, marketing, and decision making.
And when they are better at all those things, they are more competitive compared to other company or businesses, right?
Yes, it's right. They don't just
Yes.
survive. They don't just survive. They have a better chance of growing and competing in the market.
Okay, so after discussing all five questions, I guess we can agree that business support systems are really, really important for SMEs.
Yes, because entrepreneurs can't always do everything by themselves, right?
Yeah, they need different types of support depending on the problems and challenges they face.
And the financial support can help with funding, while training and the advisory services can improve their knowledge and skills.
And incubators, technology parks, and other facilities can provide entrepreneurs with resources, technologies, and networking opportunities.
Mm, I think overall, all these forms of support can help SMEs become more capable, competitive, and sustainable in the long term.
Agreedness. I think that's a good point to end our discussion. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right,
Thank
thank you so much.
you.
Bye bye.
Okay, thank you
Bye
guys.
bye.
Bye.